All right, very good evening to you all. What happened, ladies and gentlemen? Is this not a very good evening? So, very good evening to you all. All right, so I'm sure you're enjoying your cup of coffee with some refreshments. And the good thing is that everything is connected to this cup of coffee on both sides. I mean, on this side and on this side. Let's see, along with us, who are the other three enjoying their cup of coffee, giving us the best that they know about the industry. It may seem to be a chat, but I think there's lots that each of you have to take home today. So here we are talking about the gentleman who is known to, I think, everyone in the South, but it's an honor to speak about him. So he is the Vice President of the Indian Bullion and Jewellers Association. It's called IBZA. Jewellery Association Bangalore, President, JAB, right? I think you all know by now who I'm talking about. The Chairman and Managing Director of Lakshmi Diamonds, Bengaluru, which he specializes in clothes setting studded diamond jewelry. The Chairman for South Jewelry Show and Silver Show of India. Doesn't it sound like a movie which is done by one person? So he's the director, the actor, he does singing of the songs, manages the action and everything. Yeah, I think if you were around, you would see him even managing everything out here. So he comes in with a charisma and he believes in giving back to society whatever he thinks he has received. But I think he's giving back to society more than what he has received. So we know him for his education. I mean, if you know his name completely, then you know that he's really educated himself a lot. He's wanting to give that back. So yes, in association and collaboration with IIG, we have a school of gemology right here in the South. So thanks to him for that. He's taken that initiative. And I think I can go on and on. His team was giving me so much info that the next thing I could do is write a book on him. But that would change my profession from being what I am to getting to be an author. But I think this man is the only one who manages his job best in different fields. I don't think I can do that. By now we all know, and let's hear it for the man himself. Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you, sir. He's so good with his job that now even the members of my family, I call myself part of the GJEPC family. The members of my family, he'll introduce to you better than I would do. So over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I think the voices, see today, I think the two legends of our industry who is going to come on the dais. I think a big noise we need. Good evening, everyone. I'm not happy with that. Come on, a big round of applause for them. So today is a very special moment of my life because someone we admire in the life and whom you meet, you talk about them, you understand more better about them. I think it's always a dream come true. So God being very kind, my grandmother's blessing is always with me. I think she always give her blessing from everywhere she is. And today now, I'm going to introduce the most dynamic, the most loving. When people say, sir, you're charmistic, you're so charming, I tell, he's 100 times more charming than me. He's the chairman of GJEPC, Mr. Vipul Shah. A big round of applause for Sri Vipul Shah. I think the most dynamic chairman of our country. I can tell you whenever I see him, whatever the stress I have, I think I need some stress busting. Whenever I see his smile, my stress gets down. Vipul bhai. To a short brief because he's carrying a legacy from long, but I have a short introduction about him. Recognized in Rappaport's People of the Year as one of the pivotal figures shaping the diamond industry, Vipul Shah's influence extends from his role as chairman of the Gems and Jewellery Export Promotion Council, GJEPC, to the dynamic leadership at Asian Star. Under his guidance as MD and CEO, Asian Star has achieved global prominence through strategic expansions and innovations, enjoying excellence in the diamond and jewellery sector. Mr. Vipul Shah has built an empire with his acuteness, focus and determination, and is a force to reckon with. His broad strategic vision, business acumen and professional conduct have contributed significantly to transforming Asian Star for a manufacturing company into a value-adding, vertically integrated business partner to its clients. He has been instrumental in establishing the company's global network, currently one of the best in the industry. Established in 1971, Asian Star is a public limited company listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange since 1996. As one of the world's leading diamond trades with end-to-end control on mines-to-market supply chain, Asian Star maintains a sterling reputation with leading global brands and retailers for ethical business practices. A great big round of applause for Vipul Shah. Thank you, Vipul Bhai, for joining us on a great platform. Now we have a man with golden hearts. When I met him at the initial stage, I was a little confused. Nirav Bhai is reserved, or he's talkative, or he talks less, or he listens more. But I can tell you, one of the best golden heart personality, I would request Nirav Bhansali, Convener, GJEPC Exhibitions. Welcome, Nirav Bhansali. Big round of applause for Nirav Bhai. Welcome, Nirav Bhai. As I told you, Nirav Bhai, when I met you first time, I was confused. Usually, I don't be confused. I was confused because I have to be reserved, or I have to talk less or more, because I'm talkative. And if I don't talk, I feel my energy is losing. I'm losing my energy. So I can tell you one thing, you're a golden heart person. The vision what you have for the exhibitions, the way you worked in IIJS Tritiya, the way you made the music with the lunch, I think that was a unique idea. A round of applause, because from morning to afternoon, evening, we go around the booth, we see the goods, we see the products, but afternoon when we have a live music with the lunch, I think we all become a little bit happy. Am I right? Yes or no? I think we need a loud voice. Yes or no? Yes. So Nirav Bhai, I think this is out of box idea you have thought for the day. And I think I can give a little brief. It's a big brief, but I would introduce Nirav Bhai. Nirav Bhai Bhansali, son of Jitendra Bhansali, joined the family business of Bhansali & Co. While still in college, he looked after the manufacturing of rough diamonds and then ventured into starting the jewellery business. He has been spearheading Prism Jewellery, the jewellery arm of the J.K. Bhansali Group. Since 2001, Prism Jewellery has become a name to reckon with in the domestic as well as international market as a leading Indian jewellery manufacturer. With a work of force, over 500 strong team members, 2 factories and 4 officers, he has managed to capture the global market in India, like USA, Spain, Australia, Hong Kong, Middle East, and many other countries. He is the committee chairman of the GJPC, and he is the convener of the exhibition committee. He spearheads the largest exhibitions, namely the IIJS and IIJS signature shows. These shows have grown under him and under his leadership. He also actively involved in social work and believed in giving back to society. From a young age, he has seen his father and uncles doing charity work through own Bhansali Trust. Not only he has continued this through the Jitendra Kirtilal Bhansali Trust, but is also heading the CSR initiatives of the GJPC, launching many new initiatives. He sums it up by saying, it's the attitude, not just the aptitude, that makes the difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary. A big round of applause for Nirav Bhansali. Thank you, Vipul Bhai and Nirav Bhai. Now let's come along. I think the coffee also is due and the coffee will get cold. So I come to that. Thank you. A big round of applause for both of them. of coffee and Vipul bhai also there. Come on to start up. Let's have a big round of applause. Two legends, Mr. Vipul bhai and Nirav Bhansali. So I think, Vipul bhai, whenever you smile, I get crazy because my stress get releases. And Vipul, I think when you talk, there is always a topic of talking about the growth of industry, growth of exhibitions, growing industry, always how we can uplift the industry, how we can grow for mother. I think always you have those sort of questions. Even I have, because people need to understand in more better way. But I have some crazy things in between that may I unveil later. So first, let's come. Vipul, let's start with talking about your legacy at GJPC. In your first terms as GJPC chairman during 2014, you had successfully accomplished Prime Minister Modi and Russian President Putin to inaugurate World Diamond Conference, which was a historic event. So now, in your second term from 2022, we have seen a lot of achievements like Jewellery Park, Mega CFC, and taking the industry back on the growth post-COVID and setting up India Jewellery Exposition, IIJS, Center in Dubai, among others. So now, my question is, so now what is your vision for the future of gems and jewellery industry and GJPC going forward? What more we can expect from you? Vipul bhai.
Thank you, Dr. Chetan Mehta. And it's the first time, actually, I have never seen this coffee with Karan show, so I'm not aware how does it go. But thank you. It's a great platform talking to you. First of all, let me begin with saying that all my learnings, I can be very, very honest. Council has given me more than what I have given to my council. And the trade has given me more than what I have given to the trade. And there is a lot of things for me yet to go to a different level. Today, we are a $40 billion industry. My dream by 2030, take the industry to a $75 billion an export industry. Let India, not only in diamond, but across all segments, be the leaders of the world. Let India be, when anybody thinks about gems and jewelry, India has to be there for #1 list. That's my priority, that's my vision. And for that, would like to come up with new ideas, new innovative, try to understand next generation, what's happening. So it's always a learning process. We have built up a lot of, as you said, that we have been coming up with Jewellery Park at Mahape, trying to get all small clusters coming into an organized way, coming under one roof. So that's where the world is moving, world is shaping up. We are looking for collaborating in Bengaluru also, along with JEP. We are in the process of acquiring a land, trying to help to make a park, as well as we are coming with this gem booths at Jaipur. So a speciality, like when I say gem booths, color store. So we have a gem booths, we have like a specialized for the south, for the Bengaluru, the Jewellery Park, and all these clusters which need to be coming in an organized manner, that will take our industry to another different level. So yes, looking to interact with the government for our industry. How do we come up better with great policies, with great ideas, trying to bring all associations. The first thing I just would be very honest, why do we need so many associations? Why can't we have just one big umbrella, and why we all cannot be united and talk in one voice? That's what exactly would be the dream and would be the good for the gem and jewelry industry as a whole. So yes, a lot of things, a lot of challenges ahead, and together I'm sure we can accomplish this.
I think Vipul bhai, thank you. A big round of applause for Vipul bhai. But Vipul bhai, when you talk, there is a big umbrella. GJPC is one of the biggest body. We have a lot of national association as well. I think everyone are working hard for the industry. And as you rightly said that one voice always goes better than going a lot of doubling of voices to the government when you want to ask something else. I just want to know what exactly you dream for our industry, like which you see this should happen, because I think your business is vast worldwide. You travel worldwide. You go a lot of countries. You see, India is one of the heritage country, culture-wise, tradition-wise. But what do you think this one of the dream that India should pursue, and which is in your heart? Let's be very frank enough that you think India need to do this on the priority in the gems and jewelry industry.
See, I think, honestly, we are already on that roadmap. Already, we have the best design capabilities as of now. If you see, before, we used to see the Italian designs and everything. Now, people are looking into India. So, we are already on the right roadmap. We are going in the right direction. And I'm sure we would be now like to be leaders in everywhere and let other countries follow us. That would be the best thing. And that's the vision I would like to see.
I think so. You rightly said, sir. We need to give an example to the other countries. A big round of applause for Vipul Bhai. I think Vipul Bhai, thank you so much. Now let's come to Golden Heart, personality, smiling, Nirav Bhai. First of all, congrats for putting up another successful IIJS Tritiya 2024 at Bengaluru, Namma Bengaluru. I have a question, Nirav Bhai, for you. What aspects promoted you to go ahead with the decision to organize the show even under the election model code of conduct? What was that made you to take this decision that?
Thank you, Chetan, by firstly having me over. Yeah, it was a very challenging decision this time, and we had a lot of conflicting views. Lot of our exhibitors were afraid that what will happen over here. Few of them also opted out at the last minute, and even in our committee there was talks that should we go ahead or cancel the show for the thing. But then when we spoke to our members, exhibitors, most of them were very keen to participate over here. And then I said, we are GJEPC. And the team, I spoke to the team, we had a meeting, Sabya Sachi was there, I called him, chairman was there, spoke to him. And they said that we'll take care of it. We'll talk to the government departments, we will say, or we'll explain everything to the authorities in all parts of the country. But we should continue with the show. So I said, okay, if you are so confident, let's go ahead with it. After we also announced the show, we got at least 50-100 letters, all copy-pasted, same letter, cancel the show, and people started calling me. And I said, forget it, we are not cancelling this show. We are GJEPC. We will make sure that nobody will have any problem in any transit, in organizing this show, in doing the business. And business has to continue. See, we are not going to stop our business for 75 days. So if we are not going to do that, and India is growing so fast, all industries are working, why not gems and jewelry? And as a leader, we have to demonstrate that, yes, we can do it. So we went ahead with this, and the team and all stood up, and we really pulled it off nicely. At least the first part, getting the goods over here was flawless. The exhibition is going on fine. Hopefully, we'll go back also, and it will be a good show.
Yeah, I hope everyone will go safely, I'm sure. Nirav Bhai, rightly you have said that when GJPC takes a move, I think they have a lot of groundwork they do before announcing or before having a show. And you rightly said that when it's code of conduct, business can't stop because it's our bread butter of our life and it need to be continued. And I'm sure that this show have been grown, the second edition under your leadership. I just want to know what, there was any difference you have seen from first edition to second edition, because when you came, once we had first edition of IIJS, which was the huge success after the COVID. After that, we had IIJS Tritiya, first edition. Now we have a second edition. Do you see any difference of first edition to second edition? And is there is any improvising way for the third edition you're thinking of, more better way, so that we can all prepare for third edition?
So organizing a show is like bringing up a baby. You can't expect it to be at the same level as IIJS Premier or Signature in the first year itself. If you'll see the history of Premier, it might have taken it 20 years to even reach a certain level where people really looked at that show very seriously. Signature, we went to Goa, we went to Bombay. IIJS, we took to different venues. World Trade Center, Taj, Vikhroli, and finally we found a space. So Tritiya is going to take time, but it won't take as many years as we had to spend over Signature and Premier, because now people know GJEPC, IIJS, what they can do. Today IIJS is a platform where I think people, most of the business in the domestic market or the exports, Middle East and all these places, people are looking forward to for the show. They don't do any purchases before, they create products just for the show. So I am very confident that Tritiya is going to be a very successful show, as successful as Signature and Premier. We just need to give it 2-3 more years. Between the last year and this year, the confidence of the exhibitor and visitor is both very high. So show is getting acceptance, especially in the southern India. South people are really looking forward to this as becoming a very significant show. And I think as the show, my thinking is that if this show keeps getting bigger and bigger, the more invested the exhibitor is into the show, he will create more products will bring in more visitors will bring in more exhibitors. And like that, in next 3, 4, 5 years, we'll take up all these 3, 4, 5 halls, and this will become into one of the most mega shows for India, southern India, and also we are planning to get a lot of export business out of this show. So I think just 1-2 years, I'm very confident we'll make it happen.
Thank you, Nirav bhai. My grandma always used to tell, if you in one business for 1,000 days, next you will continue the legacy. So big round of applause for Nirav bhai. I think he's very confident. I am also confident we will grow bigger way. Now let's come to Vipul bhai. I think we had a lot of discussion on the industry. We have got a lot of discussion on the exhibitions, growing the industry. We are all growing together. Now let's come to the legacy which you are carrying. Coming to your business, Asian Star. You have built this empire with a lot of passion, work hard, and with the rich experience in the industry. And have transformed Asian Star into one of the leading diamantier, adding value with the global presence. So tell us about your journey of Asian Star. Because we have seen you as Vipul Shah of chairman, we have heard you, but we never heard anything inside what you do. So I would request you to please brief on your business, because everyone to hear about this. Thank you.
It's been a very long journey. Yes, it was challenging. Why I would say challenging is that it was incepted by, the business was incepted by my late father, along with my uncles, and we were a partnership company before. We grew together. We had a successful 25 years of partnership, and then as the family grew, we had an amicable separation. This was a challenging time when I entered the business. When I entered the business, it was like I was almost trained for, say, like 4 years or 5 years, and then we were having a separation. And at that very time, my father was detected with cancer. So it was more challenging. We were having just the manufacturing background. And as far as marketing, we had zero knowledge. So I was passionate as well as mainly for procuring raw diamonds for my company as such. I was specialized into buying rough and getting it and export polish. Overall, that was the biggest challenge. How do we grow? How do we do the marketing part, since now we are very strong in manufacturing? The uncle used to always give confidence as such. Then came the turning point. My brother-in-law, my mentor, my role model, whatever you say, he was the one who supported me, and he said that as he was having a strong establishment in Hong Kong, Bangkok, Singapore, and he was the one who pushed us, and he pushed me that you come up, you start here, And that's where my journey began. And then it was never looking behind. And that's the way, gradually, every marketing center where I used to go, I used to stay there for a month, understand the laws of the country, understand things, get in people, close family friends, establish them, and then now not looking behind. And once it is established, my brother, he used to look after the polish sales, took over it, and then he grew the marketing part. And I was back in my rough business. So it was a tough challenging them because to create the whole marketing leg where we were completely missing. And that really helped. That journey really made me more passionate and then gave me more ideas that we need to have more and more marketing arms is to service the customers over there. Because as you say, it's very like, even though you are a global company, you need to think locally. You need to understand the local things about that particular country, understand that country very well, and service them better, and that's the way you can grow your business. So that was really passionate. It was a journey, and today I'm sitting there and enjoying and remembering those days, how it was, and really happy with what I've been able to achieve.
Yes, thank you, Vipul bhai.
Can you add something to this?
Yes, please.
So when I joined business, I was also into manufacturing, and he was also looking after the rough business. And he is a very, very big risk taker, but a very confident person. He knows that he can manage the business. So entire rough market, he would be controlling the rough market, the rough prices. The site would come and we would all wait that what is Vipul bhai doing. And at that time, there was a new style of batting that Jayasuriya came and he would come and bat. So that was his nickname. Like he would come and he would do the batting in the entire rough market. He would just come and buy up everything. And that was the confidence. And after a few years, he was into rough business. Now I think he's looking after finance and all. But now when you go to his office, I went to his office. And today he's sitting, he has some 8-10 computer screens in front of him. He has some 10-15 telephones. He's talking here, he's doing deals. You will never know that at council he's so busy. But along with that, he's doing all these things. And such dynamism he has and the passion that he has to do this work, it's just unbelievable.
Yes, Nirav bhai, even because in shortly with me also I had a lot of interaction with Vipul bhai. You know, he's a great gold analyst also. I thought he's into diamonds. He understands diamonds very well. But I can tell you, his prediction on the gold is 99% is true. And he's a great gold analyst. He will tell you what is going to happen. But whenever he sees phone, I ask people, what do you see in the phone? He always see what is happening on the gold. So I think he's a multi-talented, what I believe. But I want to ask Vipul bhai, your childhood have been very hard, very tough, because you lost your father at the age of when you were 15. I think that was a very hard moment for anyone, because it's a time where you play, you want to play with the people, you want to have a cricket, you want to go here, there, you want to roam, because that's a childhood we all wanted to have. But Vipul bhai, we wanted to know what made you strong at that time. Because today, people know as a Vipul Shah, but how this Vipul Shah have become Vipul Shah, they want to know that. A big round of applause for Vipul bhai. I'll tell you, this will be the most insight for us.
For this, all that credit goes to my uncle, my late uncle, who just passed away 2 years back. That's my Dinesh uncle. He was he was the pillar. He was the strong back force, and he was my fatherly role. Like my journey to begin with, he had complete confidence in me. He had given me a complete freedom. He had never questioned me anywhere. Whatever I'm doing in the interest of the company, yes. Certain times, whenever he was a little bit things wherever he felt that I was not right, he would sit with me, explain me. And I used to be being a young blood, I used to be a little bit aggressive, but then sitting behind, relaxing, yes, he's right. Because as he said rightly, that when I used to go into the market, I used to go buy everything, this, that, and that's where I earned my name, Jayasuriya. And the risk-taking ability. Yeah. So my industry, people in the diamond industry know me as Jayasuriya.
Jayasuriya.
And that's where my uncle, whatever it is, always said, okay, even though you are confident, what's harm in taking 1 or 2 people next to you before seeing anything? Be sure about what exactly it is. So that's where actually I was lucky enough to have, means even though I was a risk taker, like aggressive, but again, in a group, when it's like multitask group, you have a conservative people also, that helps. Because sometimes to go aggressively also, you end up with some kind of accidents also. So better if it's a mix that really pulls you back, and that's a very true success for a business to grow.
I think you have always taken opportunity. Rather than you're feeling it is stopping you, always you thought it's a new opportunity of taken. But my question was like, how hard your childhood was? Like, you was missing playing, because now you have all liberty of come to the top position. Like, you miss your childhood days which have been missed.
I would not say I've missed my childhood days, because I was always a playful child. I had tough time in childhood because I was never good in studies. And I used to be always playing, and that's where I used to always get the good amount of beatings from my father. And yes, the tough time was that I entered the business at a very young age, and that was no looking behind, and that was something seriousness in life. And like that journey really, like now if I sit behind, yes, I remember my things that this I wanted to do, this I could do now. So that's where actually I'm taking a sit back.
Thank you, Vipul Bhai. I think today we are hearing all your insights, because it's very difficult. As a chairman, we can know you the outer inside. It's very difficult. Thank you for sharing it. Nirav Bhai, your smile says everything to us. Tell us about you're heading a Prism Jewellery, which is the large jewellery manufacturing company for domestic and international market. So what challenges we have gone through that company when you're building this? And today, what do you feel, where you have achieved and where you have to go further? Can you just explain everyone about your company, what it does and what hardship you have gone through?
So, when I joined business, it was a joint family business. My father, uncles, my cousins, we all were there. For many years, I was looking and after the manufacturing of rough factories and all those things. And then I was seeing the growth in the jewelry industry in India as such. So I proposed to the family that we should get into jewelry. There was a lot of hesitation from the family members and all. My father was very supportive. He's never questioned me anything. He just asked me once, are you sure about it? You want to do it? So he supported. So we went into it. So at that time, I had to still continue doing my rough and factories and all those things. But still I would find some time, and we took a small unit and started. I said I'll just start it on a trial basis. Let's see. So initially it was difficult to find time and set it up. But then you had to put in a lot of hard work. We started growing well. First 3-4 years though, we didn't know only what we were doing, completely lost in the business. But over time, we built a good team, so team was helpful. So, and then things started picking up, and from there it has been a good journey.
Yeah, but
so
we want to know that as you have opened as manufacturer, become a large manufacturer, what was the challenges you have come through? That you would tell everyone that this challenges, how you have come out and you have built. Background was rough, you're making a polished diamonds, you have come into manufacturing of jewelry. What was the biggest challenge to transforming from here to there, changing the aspect of, because it's a totally different ball game when it comes to rough, cut, make it, sell it. Jewelry, you have to invest the gold, you have to buy diamonds, it takes 25-30 days, give on the credit, after 60-90 days you get payment, there is a cycle. But when it comes to rough, even there is a credit, but there is a way of working is totally different when it comes to rough diamond and jewelry diamonds. So what is the biggest challenge you have gone through? Then you have overcome about that.
So I think the biggest challenge between jewelry and rough is the mindset. It's very different mindset, the jewelry business. So to get adapted to this style of working, the payment cycles, the whole process and all is challenging. But once you accept it, I think then it's easier. So for me, I look at challenge as an opportunity. That if this is a challenge for me, there should be a lot of challenge, more and more challenge. Because if I have, everybody will have that. And if I can find a way out of it, so I also tell my team that let's try to make it so difficult for ourselves and others that it's difficult for the competition to catch up. And that's how we have to keep innovating and going ahead. So rather than looking at a challenge as a negative thing, let's try to find an opportunity out of it. But challenges are there every day. So today only this gold price going up like this, it's put our
Yes.
manufacturing in a very difficult spot. The
Then
margins
also
have
we can
changed.
say good people are walking in the show,
But that's
having a
just-
great response.
But that's just sales. But what about margins? So it's a challenge, but we'll overcome it. So
But
finally-
Nirav, as you say, there is opportunity we have to find. There was people always say what we have earned from jewellery. Actually, you have earned. You got married your daughter. You got married your son. You have a good home. You have a luxury car. You have bungalows. I think everything is given by this gems and jewellery industry. I think we should be more happy, and we should always thank this jewellery industry. They have given so much to us. Nirav bhai, thank you. Now, Vipul bhai, it's very difficult to understand because you're very intense sometimes. Vipul bhai, what we know about your personality and style of working is something very passionate. You're very passionate. You take something in the hand, you make sure it finishes. Straightforward and a quick decision maker. So tell us more about this, your nature, like people who work with you. This nature, I think you're very quick. Even when I talk to you also, you finish it very fast. I think there is no, there is no space in between. Or yes or no. You don't like to keep anybody in between and make fall here or there. So we would like to understand more about your nature. This, how do you work, your working style?
I can say one thing that very straightforward, yes. I just like to, I don't like to keep things lingering. That's my nature. I like to make sure if there is any problem, don't run away. Face the problem and try to sort it same time. Because if you leave it as it is, it will come larger and larger and it will not give you, and it gives you the double headaches later on. So I always believe in that whenever at the root level. So yes, decision making is so important. You need to come, give a decision. I always believe in anything because for anything, you have to understand sometimes with late decisions, you harm the business also. And yes, sometimes a quick, hasty decision can also harm your business. But when you are in a group, when you are in a when you are in a collective mindset, you have people in the group where normally you take a decision, you take certain calls together, but then to implement is very important. So you need to be quick to implement it. Otherwise, we just keep on talking, and you cannot grow. So I personally feel the decision making is very, very important. Never keep things lingering on.
So Vipul bhai, everyone can't be like you because I see people take their own time to take any decision. They think days, long time they take. But when you are, because it's difficult to match you. So when there is a working environment in your office, your son, daughter or wife or anyone, because you're a quick maker, you're a quick decision maker. So you face any challenges? Sometimes you feel that you're over fast, that helps you, or you face some challenges in that. I want to know that.
I can tell you for sure, it has helped me to grow my business for sure. 101%, it has helped me to grow my business because the risk ability, taking challenges, quick decisions has helped me. But at the same time, I was blessed with good brothers. And even though they being aggressive, at certain time, they were the people with calculative risk where they need to pull me back, they used to do it. So that way, we were very well blended, very well supportive to each other. And that really helped our company to grow.
I think, Vipul bhai, you had a blessed family. You had cold and hot both. So when you're very hot, somebody make you cool. Somebody is cool, you make them hot. So you're a mixture of both. But very aggressive personality, no doubt with that. Nirav bhai, when we see you, you're very smiling and your nature is too good. You're well disciplined, very well disciplined. Very dedicated, strong dedicated towards work. And always you believe giving back to the society, whatever way you want to, you can give it. I want to know, so please, you can tell what more about this you want to talk, like giving to you is what exactly? Like you've learned, you've earned a lot of things. Giving back, what do you think, like how we should give back to the society, in what way? And how do you do that? And how do you inspire others also to do this, please?
So I've been blessed to be in a family which has been very, very committed to charitable social causes. My father, my uncles, everyone. My family has been doing a lot of social works. And as a kid, I've heard a lot of stories, seen what they are doing, gone to the villages, seen the camps and all. So it has been always a journey where you're motivated. And over time, I also realized that we are blessed to be having all these facilities and these benefits. So it's just our responsibility, our social obligation. Like we have been chosen by God that we should give back to our employees, our society, our community. And so I really enjoy giving back. So whether it's to do for the council, for the industry, whether it's in my organization with the employees, we really try to look after them. Same way in the community, if there is anything, any occasion that I can do, and also for the society at large. So we run a lot of social programs, schools, hospitals, things like that. And I don't think if you give your time or money towards these things, you're actually losing them. I think they come back in a much greater form to you. So I've never found time as a problem to do all these causes, even working for this IIJS, and nor even committing any money for it. I think it's always come back in much larger forms.
Thank you, Nirav bhai. Even I believe that industry have given so much to us. We are blessed to have a good people in our life. We are blessed to have a good business. We are blessed to have a good partners. It's our social and moral responsibility. Whatever we can do and give back without any agenda, we should support our industry. As rightly said, we can take care of our employees in a better way. We can be part of social activities. I think there is a lot of ways, and I think Nirav bhai, you're doing great for that. A big round of applause for Nirav bhai. I think he's not putting his words so aggressively because he don't want big round of applause, but it's our moral duty to put a big round of applause. Come on. The voice should be very bigger. So let's, Vipul bhai, you have to be frank little on this. Because I think you've been very straight. How does Vipul bhai unwind and de-stress yourself? How do you that? How do you do that?
The secret is business come pleasure.
So can you just give a brief about that? Because it's like how, like Vipul Shah. Because we're all human beings. Even you get sometimes stress. How do you unwind yourself? So pleasure means, how do you, like business, both? I want you to give a brief on that. Like, how do you do that?
To be honest, I love stress. And see, if there is no stress, I cannot be motivated. If there is stress, I can be motivated and try to accomplish the things. So for me, I invite stress, yes, but too much of stress also not good. But yes, the way of my journey of my business, I have always made sure. See, if you are happy within, you will be maybe able to keep everybody happy along with you. And the way, when you're growing your business, the business is not all the time you're around the clock, your mind should be running into businesses. You need to also have that kind of break. You need to have that kind of leisure time for yourself or with your friends and such. So that's the way I enjoy. I always, once in a year, when I go along with my friends to Las
So
Vegas.
Vipul bhai, to be frank, are you a party man? By any chance?
Yes, I am a party man.
So you're a party man.
I am a party man. So
Yes.
once in a year, I take my trips
To Las Vegas. Okay.
And that's when I enjoy.
Big round of applause.
He loves
So
casinos.
next, everyone, we need to go to Las Vegas. Vipul bhai, I think you need to host us. Because we are all your friends.
You organize a casino and you can invite him, and I'm sure wherever he's in the world, he'll come. He loves casinos.
So I think, Vipul bhai, Las Vegas is your good destination.
Yes.
You unwind there yourself. So I think we all can come together.
Sure.
The same question goes to Nirav bhai. How do you unwind and de-stress yourself?
So I also work very hard. Most of my days are very long, and night also I sleep very less. I'm just thinking all the time and working. But
Are you
I-
overthinker by any chance?
I keep thinking.
Okay.
So something or some ideas or something keeps going on in the head. Even at nights I sleep very less. But I love one thing. I just enjoy travel. So whether it's just a one-day staycation in Bombay also I go. So every few days I take off on a holiday. So work hard for a few days, then holiday. I take at least I think 10, 15 holidays a year. And some are as long as 30, 40 days also. So I can find that much time. But that is my way of de-stressing. And then I come back rejuvenated
love
with new
holidays.
ideas. I love holidays.
I think you're a holiday man. So today we can see your attire. You know, the shoes is like you're 21, 22. And you know, the way you're wearing, it looks like something, tonight there is a great party. Huh?
Every day is a party.
So let's start a rapid fire question now. I think that's the need of this hour. But before that, because Nirav bhai, you are a convener and Vipul bhai is a chairman. What one thing you like about Vipul bhai and one thing you don't like about Vipul bhai? You have to be frank. You can't tell, no, you can't be diplomatic. If you say you're a diplomatic, then this rapid fire doesn't go. I want to know very seriously because even I think Vipul bhai will understand and he will calculate next time what he have to tell about you. So the same question is, the same question is for both. So first I start with Nirav bhai. What is the one thing you like about Vipul bhai and one thing which you don't like? Let's be very frank.
So one thing I like about him is that he gives free hand. So I've been lucky to be, whenever I've been convener of IIJS, I've been with the IIJS committee for like 10, 15 years. But I've been conveners 2 times, and both the times it was when he was the chairman. And it has been a breeze because whatever you want to do, he'll just give free hand. He'll say, you are okay with it, go ahead with it. And the thing I don't like about him is also the same thing, that because of that I miss him, because in my committee meetings, I see him attending all the committee meetings, but my committee meetings, he's hardly there. So we don't get his wisdom over there or his comments. He's like, you go ahead and you do it.
I think you're in very good book today. Chairman, he's in very good book today. See, he miss you one way. One way he like you for a free hand. I think so nicely he have made so there is no other thing. Vipul bhai, I want you to be very frank about Nirav bhai now.
I can tell you, I have a
No diplomat answer. It should be very straight.
very straight from heart, most hardworking, most giving his full heart for this exhibition, the national exhibition where he is heading it. That's the reason I don't have to attend any meetings. Let's be very, very, very honest. This is the way, he's 100% right. I have never attended a single meeting of his national exhibition cell.
So he's lucky or unlucky?
So because I know whatever he does is going to be in the best interest and is going to be fine. So that's where actually, that's my confidence on him, that whatever he thinks, he will be much better.
Shall I tell you one thing, Vipul bhai? When you give a freedom, no, actually he's more responsible now. Because he's afraid I can't make any mistake. More responsibility to him. But what one thing you don't like about Nirav bhai?
Now, the one thing is not the way with this exhibition cell, the way we are growing. I want him to take all the associations along with us to grow.
Yes, yes. Big round of applause for Vipul bhai. I think you have taken because any industry, when we need to grow, we need everyone. Because today we work for the industry. Vipul bhai rightly said that I think Nirav bhai is coming very forward now. His hand to hand is very closer to everyone now. And I can see Nirav under the leadership of yourself and Nirav bhai, exhibitions will grow in a bigger way. Vipul bhai, your favorite book? Only one. And fast.
Mahabharat.
And please tell why so that.
Under Mahabharat, you get to understand everything. And the olden time of way of thinking and how the things evolve and how the political scenario. So one has to be, as you said correctly, for a successful business, you need to be diplomatic, you need to be political.
So you have to be both. You have to be Krishna also, you have to be Arjuna also.
Exactly.
Okay. Nirav bhai, your favorite book?
So I read a lot. I love reading. I read 2-3 hours a day, and
Okay.
I love reading newspapers,
One book.
fiction. But one book that has really had impact on me, and I really refer to, is Seven Effective Habits of Successful People. And I try to really build that characteristics in me. So that is one thing I
Great.
like reading.
Great. Vipul bhai, best advice you received in your lifetime and you're working on that. Quicker.
Never give up in life.
Big round of applause. Nirav bhai, best advice you have received.
So I have got it from my father, and I still keep getting it. That there shouldn't be a single day in life without exercise, because one day of no exercise is one day less in your life.
Excellent. I think this is what when we have a legends, when we've told legends, I'm so young, so I feel like I'm so blessed that I have two legends in front of me and we can take a great success in our life. Vipul bhai, your mentor or your role model, any of one? Who is your mentor or role model? Whom you always admire and you make sure that he made me what I am today? One.
The one person I really admire from my childhood days, means from the way when I entered the business, is Arun Bhai from Rosy Blue Group, B. Arun Kumar and Company. He was like my role model. The way he has established the empire, I always desired this is the right way in a very well organized, and that is the company always I look upon. So yes, Arun Bhai is what you call a mentor as such. And again, the role model is my brother-in-law, Mr. Tony Mehta. He was the one, and seeing, because when I grew my business and he was so supportive in the way things he was doing, and I used to follow, and that really, really helped me in my journey of Asian Star success.
Thank you. Sumesh bhai, when we are making a biography of Vipul bhai, I think lots of your work have made it easy. So when you're making a book, make sure you give a credit to me also. Nirav bhai, your role model, your mentor, your guru.
So since childhood, it's been my father. I just look up to him. I just want to be like him and do whatever he's been doing. I just really admire him for everything. And other than that, since last 10 years, for me, my God is Modi ji. I'm big fan, and
Big round of applause.
I think we are blessed to have him, and India is like, after generations, we have a new God for India.
So now shall I consider Modi ji or father?
I think both.
Okay, done.
I look up to both of them.
Okay, done. Vipul bhai, how many hours you work a day average?
I only sleep 5 to 6 hours.
So 24 minus. So 18 hours you work a day.
My mind is always active.
So Vipul bhai works 18 hours a day. Nirav bhai, how many hours you work a day?
So he has competition. I am also around the same time. I don't sleep more than 5-6 hours, and mind is working all the time. It just doesn't sleep.
So but physically how much you sleep? Mentally even I don't sleep. But physically how much you sleep?
I sleep by like 12 and I'm up by 5.
So maybe
5 hours.
even your 17, 18 hours you're working a day.
So mind is working, something or the other.
I think I need to check once something special you have inside. What does Vipul bhai diamond mean to you?
Emotion, love, expression.
Wow. I think this is a good proposal line for even to a good girl also. Huh?
Yes, that's the why I met a good life partner.
Nirav bhai, for you, what does diamond mean?
So Diamond has given me this fantastic opportunity of meeting this community, this fraternity, this family. I think it's a very unique industry where nobody is a competitor. Everybody is supportive, friendly, right from retailer, manufacturer, diamond. I think this is a very unique industry, and I don't think there is another industry that can come close to this. So it's all because of diamonds, and I'm very lucky to be in this industry.
Vipul bhai, one day you were walking, I think in the shots you've been to our Deputy CM house. You were walking. I think we've seen one of your picture. You stay very healthy, fit. You love to stay fit. Actually, what do you eat and what is your favorite food?
South Indian.
Oh. Actually, when people come here, કે મેં થાકી ગયો તારી ઇડલી વડા સાંભાર ખાવીને મને નહીં જોએ મને રોટલી આપી દે. That is what the Gujarati says. So you love South Indian. What is your favorite in South Indian?
Favorite is dosa.
Masala or plain?
Plain dosa.
Chutney or sambar?
Chutney.
You don't like vada?
No. Dosa is my first.
So make sure, Sumesh bhai, when we take Vipul bhai masal dosa, we have to give him. So thank you, Vipul bhai. Nirav bhai.
I think I'll have to change my answer.
Because
Otherwise,
same-
they'll think that I'm just copying him with everything that
no,
he's
no,
saying.
it will think you
But
both
South
spoke
Indian is my
outside.
favorite. Dosa is my favorite and chutney is my favorite. So I don't know why.
That's why we get along well.
So
Vipul
they
bhai-
might just feel that I'm just trying to copy whatever the chairman is
No,
saying.
no, but unfortunately, fortunately, both likes that. Vipul bhai,
And that's why we are very close to South India.
actually, South India is in your heart. Anyway, Vipul bhai, next, that's very important that Bollywood. Who is your favorite actor? Who you admire?
Amitabh Bachchan.
जहाँ हम खड़े होते हैं वहीं से लाइन चालू होती है. And one of your favorite actors, who you admire from your childhood till today.
Hema Malini.
Ah, क्या बात है. I think you can meet her also now. You have a liberty as a chairman. Sabyasachi ji, I would request you. Get one proposal and we can go as a chairman. Nirav bhai, your favorite actor you have admired. Because Bollywood, no, it's action movies, those all things. But we see movies and...
No doubt it's Amitabh.
It's
It's Amitabh.
Amitabh Bachchan. And one of the actress, Bhabhi, so she'll be knowing.
I love Deepika.
Oh my God. The line, he's not like, I like Deepika, I love Deepika. Ranveer Singh, be careful. There is one more here. She's a Bangalorean.
See, again,
So
South-
actually
again,
Sumesh
everything
bhai,
is coming back to South India only.
Sumesh bhai, the best part is food also they like, and the both people, actors also South India. That is called Charishma of South India.
Even Hema Malini is South. Even Deepika is South.
Vipul bhai, the best cricketer. Who is your favorite cricketer in our country?
Kapil Dev.
And why so? Because he plays test well.
We had a first great bowler. We used to always lack in bowling, and he was the one who had brought a dramatic change. And he was the first captain of India to take us for the 1983 World Cup. So yes, he's I am a real true fan of Kapil Dev.
Nirav bhai,
Sachin Tendulkar.
because you have to be like a Sachin Tendulkar.
No, because we started playing cricket at the same time. We were playing next to each other, same
Oh.
college, school tournaments.
Okay.
And I've seen him. And the way from 16 years old he's been my idol. I also love Dhoni.
Vipul bhai, which is one movie which you liked in your lifetime, like you like to watch again and again?
Sholay.
Basanti or Sholay? So why Sholay, Vipul bhai?
That movie has everything. All the dialogues today also in any generation, if you see, they will yet remember the dialogues. So you can understand how well it was made.
Shall I tell you one thing, Vipul bhai? Even your voice texture is like Amitabh Bachchan. हम जमाने से है, जमाना हमसे नहीं. Rajkumar. Nirav bhai, one movie which you never get bored.
3 Idiots.
Very good. Why so?
It has everything. It has just so much fun, the way they are showing, and there's a lot of teaching in it. So I just enjoy watching it over, and it just de-stresses whenever you're watching it. So I must have watched it many, many times.
Vipul bhai, last and final question. What is your one advice to all the young generation, youngsters? How they have to look up into this industry and how they need to grow? What do you see there is a one advice you want to give, and what is lack of today? Even that also, when you see a lot of people, what do you see into that?
So first of all,
Because when Rahil spoke, I was a little bit shocked. I was tense a little bit. I'm sorry, Vipul bhai, he was so blunt. I thought your blunt is double blunt. So I just want to know what exactly You want to give advice on that?
The advice is believe in yourself, do best what you are good at, never give up in life, and be passionate, and at the same time, give space to yourself.
Good. One thing what you don't believe that today youngsters are doing, which is they need not to do that. What thing today, because you see a lot of young generations, today they have their own mindset. So you feel that this need to be rectified on the priority?
See what I means, yes, in today's generation, see like the social responsibilities. Like in our generation, we used to like the family, the the uncles, the means
Moral values.
yeah. And in today's generation, it's all about friends.
Yes.
So that's the values what we see.
Yes.
Is a big change.
So that we need to take care, all the people. Nirav bhai, what do you say on that? Advice and what youngsters need to change and they need to understand. What do you feel?
Don't be afraid to try anything new. Just
Great.
if you believe in it, just go ahead.
Great.
Don't think what others will think about it or something. Just be passionate, committed, and honest, and just give it all the best, and it'll definitely work out.
Thank you, Vipul bhai and Nirav bhai. Big round of applause for them.
Thank you, Chetan bhai.
Thank
We'll
you.
have a great, Vipul bhai, sorry, you wanted to say something? We'll have a Q&A.
Thank you so much for hosting this show.
Now, there is a Q&A. After that, I'll take your thank. If you finish now, we need to have a Q&A more. People need to ask you a more question now.
Oh, there's Q&A, fine.
Yes. So, Sumesh bhai, because you're a opener batsman everywhere, because you moderate well and tell you, and frankly, I want to congratulate Sumesh bhai because whatever I'm prepared the question, he been a bridge between me, and he always made me that I do the best. Thank you so much.
It's all your passion, Chetan bhai, and the way you have done it in a very unique way. Congratulations to you. And this whole setup looks like nobody has moved for a minute, for a second from their chair. That shows the interest. My question is for Vipul bhai. Vipul bhai, your company Asian Star is a public listed company. Now we have seen the trend of IPOs coming from the jewelry sector. But your company, when it got listed, we never got to know anything. I am tracking the industry for 20 years. But your IPO, I don't know. And can you tell about your company and your IPO, when you bought, and what was the valuation? What is the valuation today? You got my question right.
Yeah. We had gone into public in 1996.
Oh, so before I entered this business.
Yes, and the reason behind going into public, that we were into the diamond business, and those times, a lot of working capital requirement was there. And at that time, all partnership companies, because all family-owned business and all partnership firms were there. So always like there was being struggling as far as cash flows were concerned as such. And then I got some advice that if you are a corporate, the banks look at a different angle, you get the transparency, the banks are more comfortable in lending, your limits and everything goes up. So that's the way I thought that I was running a partnership company. Asian Star was a partnership company through Part 9 at that time. Through Part 9, we converted the existing partnership into a listed company. And there we had a public issue. Was not to raise funds as such, to be very honest. It was to be more transparent, have more corporate responsibilities, and to attract the banks to invest into us. So that was the motive behind. It's a very closely held company. And that's the why you don't see the valuation game as such. Today I can for surely say, if you go into the market and try to get 10,000 shares, you will not find it. So that valuation is not a question, because I don't believe into valuations. I don't believe in, personally, if I have some expansion, yes, I have a platform ready. If I have a vision, if I have some expansion plans, and really where I require to raise funds, I would like to use that route, maybe the next generation or whatever it is. But as on when the way the business is running, it's a closely held, and we are happy the way it is.
And even this information is also very closely held. You never come to know much about in the media. And I think in '96 means you're one of the pioneers in this public issue for the jewelry sector. And maybe those days you must be having those physical printed shares. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take last two questions. Anybody, please. Last two questions.
Good evening, everyone. So I enjoyed this thing. Actually, this is something unique. Mostly, this is my new thing. So I would like to know from both of you, like we don't down easily in difficult situations. So like how y'all cope up with such difficult situations.
Any example?
Example in the sense if there is something loss or some issues with your business. So
How do you deal with it?
yeah, how you deal with it.
So, Vipul, how do you deal with problems? Simple question.
So I just said that whenever you see a problem, face it. Go deeper into the problem and resolve it. Because there is always a solution to a problem. So never give up. And the way, if you enter the problem and solve it, you will be more relaxed and you will get a better ideas to work upon.
So, you mean to say, face the problem, understand what is the issue, face and get it resolved. Nirav, you have anything to addition? The same thing.
Yeah, like I said earlier, every problem will bring about an opportunity also. So you have to look at it positively and try to see the good thing that you can get out of it. And I think with a cool, calm head, there is always a solution that you will get. So there is no point panicking or running away from it.
Thanks
Okay,
a lot.
thank you. Last question, please. Mallikarjunji, 1 minute. Anybody from last, somebody asked? One question, please.
Hi.
Last question.
Hi. Oh, cool. Hi. This is for Vipul, sir. Hi. You started your company way back. Now that it's done and everything, but also in a larger jewelry industry context, what do you think about digitization and introducing more technology into an industry that has remained very traditional for a very long time? I think jewelry industry was also one of the later ones to join e-commerce, but it does end up working really well. And we heard Rahil speak earlier, and you know the new generation is obviously in there and doing things. What are your thoughts on digitization and technology within the jewelry industry?
A very good question. And I think I am at the right seat at the right time at the heading the GJEPC. And to give back to the industry, the way forward is digitalization. We are working day and night along with the team. How do we take gem and jewelry industry to a different level? And we have just said that we have just collaborated with the government portal of ONDC. And that is where we are trying to educate more and more of our members and small retailers how they can benefit out of this platform. We're taking the e-commerce way of our marketing because world is changing. I personally feel the old traditional style with the new generation coming, the world is moving towards digitalization. Right now, we are seeing in the Western countries, more and more, if you see, buying takes place online, TV shows, all that kind of marketing. It won't be long enough where you will see retail stores will also have challenges facing ahead of time if they don't change, and that's the way look forward. So yes, GJEPC would be the best platform, and that's where we will be looking for, and we will be putting all our efforts into this into this digitalization, and to make our members more aware of how you can take your business forward.
Thank you, Vipul. Well, last and final question. Time is up. Mallikarjunji, you wanted a question. Last question, please. Can you just pass on the mic? So, madam, last question.
Sir, you both are successful people in life. What is competition means to you both?
See, when you want to grow, there has to be a healthy competition. And when there is a competition, you like to outbeat that competition, and you try to achieve your goal. So a healthy competition is always a good success for your day-to-day business.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And standing ovation for the both legends, Vipul Shah, Nirav Bhansali. Come on. Big round of applause for them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mehta, for bringing this to Innovate Talks. And I think we always try new innovations. Next time we'll have Dr. Mehta bring in dosa with Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta. Very rarely we have the presence of our director. Uh, Sabyasachi sir, we would like you to please step forward. All the ideas that come in from Nirav Bhai. We are very thankful to ED who makes sure that all the ideas get so well executed. And we have a little token of appreciation going to, of course, Nirav sir, Vipul sir, and Chetan sir. Thank you, Sabyasachi sir, for doing the honors.
Well, there is a saying which comes to my mind. They say, you have a $1 and I have a $1. And if I give you $1, you still have $1. You give me back $1, I have still $1. But you have one idea, you give it to me, I give it to you, we both have two ideas. So I think this has been a forum of ideas and great, and the energy, Chetan bhai, you brought in to this session. And we got the best from the two legends. Thank you very much, and a lovely audience. Great evening. And now what, we have a coffee here with you? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want to take one picture? You want to take a picture? How do you like this? कैसा लगा? कैसा लगा
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being part of this Innovate Talks session. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our next sessions. Thank you so much for being part of this, and thank you to everyone in Dr. Mehta's team for being part of this session and making it so very innovative. Thank you.